What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about the number one risk, the biggest mistake that people make when they're getting into small cap cryptos. Small cap cryptos are immensely profitable, but the biggest losses come from small cap cryptos. So I want to point out what the biggest loss is and how you cannot fall into the trap. Very straightforward, folks, but people don't pay attention. So if you want to know how to make money and how to avoid big losses, you're going to want to watch this. Before I get into it, I update the spreadsheet. These are the first 26 coins that I spoke about on this channel. They're the first 26 coins I held after the 2018 crash. Had you invested $100 into each of these coins when I released videos about them, and you were still holding all of those coins, you'd be in profit for around 10.2K. You should not be holding all of those coins still. But if you'd have cashed out them at the right time, if you'd have sold them during the previous market cycle when the market was flying high, you would have been in profit for 123 grand. That's the difference between the right cash out point and the wrong cash out point, or never cashing out. Right now we're in the bear cycle. If you guys want to see the coins I'm buying up in the bear cycle, the ones I think are going to have the stupidly good gains, come check out Copy My Crypto. Links in the description. It's where I share every coin I buy and sell. Right now I'm not selling because I'm building my positions for this bear cycle for the next bull cycle. Coins I think are going to have significant runs, when we're going to see the 40x, the 50, the 100. If you want to see the coins I think can do those gains, then you're going to want to go to the site, read through it. If it resonates with you, come join me. Right. I'm going to use EverETH as an example. I'm not particularly shitting on the coin or anything, but I want to use it as an example because look at the 30% loss. Now, over the last 7 days, I just want to show what we've seen because it had a staggeringly good run. Staggeringly good run. Now, actually, in terms of gains, it went from 1081 all the way up to like, at one point, 9828. So it did really, around about a 10x. That's a very, very good gain. Very, very good gain. And anyone that got in, made that gain, congratulations, that's fantastic. Now, I want to point a few things out because there's really legitimately one big mistake. There's a couple extra that I can talk about, one of which is just, Jesus Christ, look at the token, look and do a bit of research. The coin's called EverETH. It's on Binance Smart Chain. It's a yield farming protocol where I believe they pay out. You buy up the EverETH token and they pay you in a Binance, in a pegged Ethereum on the Binance Smart Chain. I believe that is actually how it works. I haven't done depth into this particular token, but I did see a couple things that were, for me, of concern. And one of them was the yields. So 10% dividends of every transaction value is taken and redistributed to holders of EverETH tokens, and they earn Ethereum. So here it was, right? Here was the first thing. So they were showing the difference between an NVIDIA GPU, a miner, and holdings. So if you're holding EverETH and you're holding effectively, I think it says 1,000 billion, then you would make $121 a day. That's what they're saying, right? Now, my problem with this overall as a concept is I don't see how those yields are sustainable. They have paid $3 million in Binance pegged Ethereum so far. They have 30,000 members plus. They've been to 3 blockchain summit they've done 3 blockchain summit sponsorships. But there's a few things, guys. I mean, there's a few things. So, you know, one of which is you can check the contract address, and I always recommend people do that. You can literally copy, and then I'll open up BSC check. Okay, so EverETH, I've copied the contract address. BS check just checks the potential for a scam, effectively. So you can, it's a way for people to do their research without, or at least check. Everyone's got a different risk appetite. So when you scan it in, copy it in, it will search. Hopefully it will search quicker than this for you. But it will do it. Come back to that in a sec, I guess. So, yeah, right. So EverETH, and there's no real information, is there? Not tons. Okay. So with a total supply of 1 quadrillion tokens and approximately 50% burn at launch, the current total circulating supply is 495 trillion. Can be bought on PancakeSwap. Receiving dividends in Ethereum, staking the EverETH ecosystem, get access to the EverETH app. Okay, come back to that. So same risk. Okay, so warning, buy tax is 12%, sell tax 13.2%. That's worth paying attention to. Only 48.3% burned or locked, should be over 95%. Not sure that that's accurate, but they're saying liquidity pool issue. Burn tokens 508 trillion. So the circulating supply is about 492 trillion. But that gives you a bit of information. Also, people aren't aware of the taxes. Like I'm not seeing any real information about the way taxation works. I can see that there's dividends, so 10% of every transaction value, but that's not 10%, but that's not 13.2%, is it? So you do want to check these things out, and you can't really. Testimonial about, so you can have a look at the white paper and check stuff. But overall, it's just a point that I'm making is like double check things, because that huge percent yield is pretty goddamn massive. You can go to the dashboard and see if anything else is different as well. While that's going anyway. So, again, I'm not particularly shitting on EverETH, I'm just using it as an example. Now, the number one thing that actually people make the mistake with is the way the surges work. So we saw a massive, massive surge here in terms of price. Yeah, I've shown it was about a 10x across the 7 days, right? And across the 7 days, this looks awesome. Yeah, no one's looking at this going, this is bad. But even across the 7 days, there's something that needs to be highlighted. This is the volume stats. Look at the volume stats. All of a sudden, the daily volume here at like 7:37, 2 days ago, for the 24-hour period was 15,000. All of a sudden, it's jumped to 1 million, 3 million, 3.9 million. We're seeing staggeringly high volume. And that's come out of nowhere. So there's a couple reasons for that. One will be presumably that some influencer somewhere, whether it's Twitter or Telegram or YouTube or whatever, have spoken about it, and that's caused the surge in volume. But secondly, like, the thing that you've got to pay attention to is look at the volume normally. I mean, this is from March through to September, but as we filter along, quite often below 10 grand a day. Quite often. Yeah, there's some days that are 30 grand, but quite often below 10 grand, right? Yeah, almost always. And then it's had this this surge across the last sort of 4 or 5 days. Now, I'm not saying this is a scam or anything, but what I'm pointing out is people buy in when a coin's on the up, when a lot of retail investors buy in when it's done like 100% gains, 200% gains. And the problem there is, dude, the trading volume is fooling you. Obviously, it's done a run. Something's kicked it into gear because I can't see that it's had any significant, like, recent developments or anything. So someone somewhere has talked about it, and that's caused the trading volume surge. But then, as the prices have risen, people are buying in at, say 0.6271 as an example, when the trading volume is at 3.71 million. All of a sudden, the trading volume has to come back to reality. That's not its norm. It's not had this surge because of huge recent developments, or some amazing revelation, some, changing of like sea change. It's happened because someone somewhere has spoken about it. So this trading volume will go back to its median at some point. And its median is around the sort of 10K region. It had, again, some massive volume, or, much bigger volume when it launched in October of last year. But throughout the rest of the year, its median volume has been piss poor. There's days where it's done less than 1,000. And we've seen, like, the volume today, 80% drop from what it was just yesterday. The price point has dropped 31.89%. Don't be surprised if that ends up being 50% by the end of today. And this is always the biggest mistake that retail investors make. Just having a look to see if there's any actual indication of anything. Yeah, see, they always have all these things always have a calculator where you can work out all this amazing amount of money you can earn. The problem with the calculator is it's based on a price point staying the same. If your price point never stays the same, then you're not making the money, right? So, yeah, I don't know. So let's make that 7. Let's make it. Oh, these are based on trading volume. And again, look, I mean, I'm sorry, but your 10,000 EverETH are not going to become 330,000 Ethereum. So even then, just an error in typing is not great. But those sustained gains can't be possible. But back to that anyway. Sorry. So, but the trading volume is the big thing. The trading volume is such a big thing. It has to come back to its norm. It has to come back to its mean, its average, and it's going to. And the people that were in at, even now, people that have got in at this price point should be pulling out. And yeah, I know you're going to lose 13% in taxes, so you'll be down, but you won't get wrecked because this is going to drop back to reality fast because the trading volume isn't accurate. The trading volume of the last 4 days, 2 days, is way north of its norm, and it will come back to the norm. And that's it, guys. It is actually that simple. The biggest way that people get caught in really bad small cap investments is that they don't check the trading volume history. That surge is caused by something somewhere. Like either it's the right person speaking about it, it's the right posts that have occurred on Reddit, something like that. Because that surge doesn't make sense out of nowhere. You could possibly make the argument that maybe because of the merge upcoming, everyone's looking at ETH. And maybe it picked up some steam off of that. But again, it would coincide with someone somewhere posting. But if you are looking at small cappers are hugely profitable, as can be seen by that, by the way, because a lot of people got in and got 10x gains. But more people will lose money on that than have made money. And that's because if you're not paying attention to the average trading volume in the lifetime of a crypto, and you see a massive surge, that surge has been caused by something. There's a causation there. Find the causation, and then you can realize why it's happened. But trading volumes usually come back to their mean. And I wouldn't be surprised if within 4 days, by the end of the week, that trading volume is down to below 10 grand again. So yeah, just watch out. Just watch out, guys. That's all. Yeah. And that's it from me. If you want to see the coins I'm buying up in the bear cycle, the coins I think are going to have the crazy good gains, the ones that I think are going to do 40x gains, 50x gains, 100x gains, come check out Copy My Crypto. The link's in the description. It's where I share every coin I buy and every coin I sell. As you can see, Phantom tops the list of the spreadsheet. Excuse me. I did a Udemy course where I said Phantom would be the best investment of the year. I won't do that again because it was a lot of work. I'm literally just going to share the coin I think is going to do that 100x gains with the members of Copy My Crypto. So if you want to learn about that and find out what that is, go to the site. If the site resonates with you guys, I look forward to seeing you there. That's it from me. Take care. Bye-bye.